The heads of national teachers' unions have been increasingly forcing their own political agenda on the staff they have been sworn to protect. This is about to become a major clash, but what will that clash look like? Joining us now is PragerU's CEO, Marissa Streit. Welcome to the program, Marissa.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Marissa, what do you say about this impending collision? Is it impending, and what does it look like?
You know, those who fight evil are both loved and hated. And so that is what PragerU is experiencing. The reason the NEA and the AFT are trying to block PragerU out of schools is because they know that we're effective. And this is why they're coming after us. They're not just coming after us. They're coming after parents and educators that want to get their political garbage out of schools.
Yeah, no, that's certainly a message that resonates with parents everywhere, especially if we're living under a regime where you have a Biden DOJ and a DHS taking memos and instructing their lower ranks to flag teachers and parents who raise concerns about some of the propaganda messages that are coming in. I know several teachers who use PragerU videos in their classrooms, but obviously they use them without the ringing endorsement from the teachers union. Liberal ideologues hate your videos, and in your own words, my question to you is, what is it about PragerU that makes liberals, what makes them so upset about what PragerU does?
Well, I would say that specifically the left has held our schools hostage under the Department of Education, the NEA, which is one of the largest teachers unions in America, and the AFT. And I'll give you one example. NewsGuard, which rates PragerU as hate speech, discriminatory, and has really prevented some companies from even working with PragerU, has deemed us inappropriate for the schools. Now, the AFT has a partnership with the Department of Education in many schools to make sure that our videos don't appear in classrooms. And so when you talk about the viewpoint discrimination and the absolute stronghold that the left has had over America's education, there isn't a better example of these big conglomerate partnerships that are happening behind the scenes to really not allow organizations like PragerU to even show up and try to win on our own merit.
Well, I know that the teachers' unions have long been villainized, I think rightly so. They have a very powerful DC lobby. I believe that at one point they even rivaled the gun lobby, which is saying a lot. But perhaps in a pushback movement, you've got teachers across the country who are just refusing to renew their memberships. So across the country, you've seen a steep decline in NEA membership, where the number used to be way higher. It's now less than half of the nearly 5 million teachers. I'm not dismissing that. I still think that's a high number. What does that decline in NEA membership mean to you?
Well, isn't that interesting that there's a decline in membership, but meanwhile, the Democrats have nominated Tim Walz, who is the poster child of the NEA, probably the best friends with Becky Pringle, as well as who is the chairwoman, I guess, of the NEA, as well as Randy Weingarten. Both of them were having parties that he was nominated. And so while parents and teachers are fighting against these giant monsters, what we call the biggest bullies in schools, you have the Democrats and the left championing people like him who've pushed these left-wing policies into schools.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.